What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We have a little different setup going on today, and we're going to be running through my top 3 most common injuries in the gym. Now, these are minor injuries, like nothing super crazy, but they could set you back a few days if you encounter them, and you probably have already. They're pretty common. I did a little bit of research, but we're going to jump right into it with my number 1 most common sort of tweak injury that I run into all the time. And so we're just gonna talk about my experience. I've been lifting for 7 years now, and every time, not every time, okay, but when I'm going really hard on a shoulder press, sometimes incline and bench press as well, if I'm doing too much weight, which we've all been there, okay, or I'm a little bit too fatigued or maybe tense, I will run into a sort of neck, upper back, shoulder injury. I don't know how to explain it, just like verbally here. It's like a knife, like a sharp knife pain in the middle of your upper back, almost in your neck, and it'll run down from the back of your ear to almost your shoulder blade. Okay, so we're gonna jump on to my Wacom tablet, my drawing tablet, and we have a skeleton here. So I just kind of want to run through what the 4-5 muscles that could be the culprit of this issue, okay? We're going to draw it all out and then label everything and kind of just guess at what could be the problem. I did some research and I didn't dive too deep into it. I just kind of wanted to have fun drawing on my tablet. But we're going to go over to the screen. So here we have the back, upper back, and neck area of just a blank skeleton, okay? Now, I'm not very proficient in my my drawing tablet abilities, but we're just gonna go with the trap right away, okay? Now, this is kind of a surface muscle, okay? It's gonna be covering all of the other ones, so we're gonna cut this in half, right? So okay, I need red. Let's get red. We're gonna just use this whole right side, and this trap goes all the way down, a little bit lower in the back. So it goes that way. All right, we're gonna zoom back up though, and it's gonna attach up here along the back of your neck, and it's gonna run all the way. Now, obviously, depending on how swole you are, whatever, you might have these massive fucking traps, but let's just pretend you're the average person. It's gonna swing down, okay? Now, I don't know if this fill will work, but it'll make it quick. Oh no. Well, we're just gonna mark this all up, okay? So this is gonna be your trap, trapezius, whatever. This is the number 1 culprit alongside the levator scapulae, okay? Now we'll get into that as well, but the reason why I'm assuming this could be one of the possible issues here is, as you can see up here, it attaches right to the back of the head, okay? Like rides up through your neck, and right here, it's hitting the back of your head. And then also, this big chunk right here is connecting right to your shoulder. And so what a lot of people do when they're benching, which is good, they kind of lock their shoulder blades back, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of what you're supposed to do to keep things tight. Obviously, you can do other things besides that. But my guess is sometimes when you're really focused, and this is more of a bench, I mean, I guess you're always kind of rolling your shoulders, your back, and squeezing, like pretending there's an apple between your shoulder blades. So, but my guess is it's very possible, and the internet also reinforced this, I guess. But in the upper region here, a lot of people experience minor sprains of the upper trapezius fibers. Okay, so it is very possible. Now, let me just. Oh no. Well, let's not do that. Control Z. I need to do a different layer, but anyways, This is gonna be the problem area is gonna be up top here. Now we're gonna move on to this other side of the skeleton. I'll just label this quick if I know how to use my pen buttons. Sure enough. Oh my god, that is way too big. Let's bring that size down. We're gonna go with like a 6, okay? So we have, and of course, we need this to be black. And I don't know why. Opacity. Crank it up. So yeah, we have the trap right here. Bingo. Simple as that. Now, on the left side, we have a few more muscles. Obviously, the delts out here on the edge, we don't need to worry about that. It would just wrap around. But the second most likely culprit is going to be, let me get my brush tool out. We'll just change the color because why not? It's going to be the levator scapulae, okay? So this connects what it looked like your top 3 vertebrae, which will be cervical vertebrae. I'm assuming C1 through 3, just from the image I was looking at. And then right to the top of this. So almost like this. And it's almost like separate fibers coming down, right? So let's just pretend. Now, obviously, in this image, it looks like it's really, really far out, kind of just giving you a visual. I don't know why the shoulder blade looks so spread, but it might not be hanging out that far. Your neck obviously isn't that jacked, unless it is. But now let's label this puppy. We're gonna give him let's get some black text, and this is gonna be, if I can spell it right, actually, it's an L-E. Let's get this right. I wish I could make this a little smaller here. Let's go down to 3 pixels. All right, L-E-V-A, Tor, scapulae. I believe that's right, okay? So that's this little guy here. This is another very common muscle to be strained in a pressing movement, okay? And again, it's gonna be damaged most likely here or here. It'll just be a torn fiber and you'll feel that fucker go right down your back. It's like this, just like a section of like a string that runs from the back of the neck a little bit down almost to the shoulder blade that just feels like it's burning. Oftentimes you won't be able to look left or right without that sharp pain. Okay, so then we're gonna move on to I don't know if these were 100% gonna be culprits of this injury, but I figured they're attaching to the shoulder blade, so it's very possible. Now we're just gonna pretend like this image on my drawing tablet isn't very good. This thing's like a 1080p, really bad color range because it looks really overexposed on my end. But we'll go green and then a little bit, maybe like a blue, because these are both rhomboids. Okay. It's a major and minor. Now these do extend a little further. This shoulder blade's massive, but we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna give it one of these. Okay. Color this puppy in. Now, this seems a lot less likely unless your neck pain, so to speak, is more down your back. It's not reaching up to the back of your head. Then it could be one of these two, which are going to be your rhomboids. On top, we have the minor. We'll go black. This is going to be minor. And this will be major. Okay. Those are rhomboids. Rhomboideus, I believe. Might as well put the full name. So we have major, minor. I just wanted to list those because they are connecting to the shoulder blade, the scapula, and also kind of the neck, depending on. And so, these are the main muscles. We're gonna have the trapezius and the levator scapulae seem to be most likely the culprit of this injury. I'm thinking the levator makes more sense because it will run from very specifically the side of the back of the head down to almost the top of the shoulder. Not quite further down unless you do end up straining your trap, which is a little different, but Injury number 1 is the levator scapulae being strained while pressing. Now, we want to talk about things you can do to avoid it. First of all, don't ego lift, okay? That is something I tend to do once in a while, and it's inevitable. I mean, you're in the gym. You definitely feel like you can do the weight, and sure, your delts, they can handle it. Everything can handle it, but that little guy in the back of your neck that you haven't been training. So ways to avoid, you could be stretching it before you're working out, and we'll do 2 stretches that I saw online that seem to be pretty good at warming up the levator specifically. And then the other thing would be to work your neck in general, just add it into your routine workout. There's a few things you can do for working the neck. You would take a band, wrap it around your head, wrap it to your squat rack, and kind of go against resistance in every direction, forward, back. That's one thing. I know there's like this head cage thing that I've seen Joe Rogan use, I believe, where you literally hang weights off it and you just lift your neck. I'm sure that would help. But those are like, just look up neck workouts. And it will be involved in strengthening it and hopefully stop the old pain from happening. Another thing you could do, again, is like the stretching. And so if you're looking at me right here, now I might have to record this in a different area, but what you're going to do is you're going to take your offhand, throw it behind your back, and just tuck it away, okay? And then you're going to take your opposite one, and you're going to put it right behind your head, look towards your armpit, and you're going to be pulling your head into your armpit. So what this is doing is taking this arm and tucking it behind you is going to be taking your scapula and like rotating it, stretching it as far away from the attachment point. So you want to keep the muscle obviously stretched. So at this point, you're stretching it out, and to get further, you're going to pull down into your armpit, and you can repeat that on either side depending on the side that is the problem, okay? So that's about it for the injury with the back of the neck reaching down, like really painful, and it really sucks actually. The rehab thing, you're going to want to just stretch to rehab this. If it does happen, you're not going to want to continue on your push day too hard, because that is something that I do. I will end up going into the gym, maybe have a stiff neck, not execute the stretching, and then pressing a little too hard, neck gets all kinked, and then I'm like, screw it, I'm here. I can just really focus, keep everything tight, and not make it worse. Well, spoiler, it doesn't end that way. Your neck usually ends up getting worse, and then depending on what your next lift is, it's just gonna be horrible. So like, I go from push to pull. Well, unfortunately, this is part of your back, so when you strain it on a push day and you think, oh, I still have to go to the gym tomorrow, and you go to do the pull day, it gets worse. And so the best thing to do is take time away / active recovery, light loaded neck workouts, maybe some walking, just sort of get blood to the damaged area. And the best way to move blood around the body is to get moving. Again, strengthen your neck while you're taking your time away. And then icing, I'm assuming icing would help. I don't see why it wouldn't. Now this muscle, I don't know how superficial it is. If it would just get the icing, it would help, I'd assume. So icing, time away, active recovery, those are going to be your options. So that about wraps it up for number 1, the first injury, and this sucks. So hopefully this helps you guys. I actually am learning things because I'm doing this video. So hopefully it doesn't happen to me as often, but it's happened like probably 10 times since I've started lifting, which again is pretty significant for the same thing to occur again. But anyways, moving on to the second one. I'll see you guys there. All right, we're actually gonna stop right there because this turned out to be significantly longer than I had planned. So I was gonna do all 3 injuries, how to rehab, how to avoid them, and everything in one video. But I've decided we have to split it up into 3. Try to keep the videos around 15 minutes. I love doing longer stuff because I like to talk so much. But again, people have lives, okay? I got to keep this in a munchable segment of time. I will still do longer videos, but anyways, we're going to split this into 3 parts. This is going to be the first part. And and then there'll be 2 more. I'm going to try to upload all of them together. So yeah. That being said, thank you guys for stopping by. I hope it was kind of cool, the whole back neck thing. I learned some stuff actually making it. I know it's not like crazy production value stuff, but again, it's fun to do. So either way, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in part 2 and 3. Like, subscribe, and comment if you've had this problem and you've found a way to like combat it or fix it, or to just avoid it altogether, because I would like to know, and I'm sure people that are having this problem would like to know too. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hey everyone, thanks for swinging by the channel today. If you enjoyed the video or the videos on the channel, drop a like, subscribe, and turn that bell on if you want to be notified for more videos. But again, thanks for coming by, and I'll see you guys in the next one.